can say God wanted me to cause no harm. God wanted me to do any of these things. I didn't want it to happen like this. For a thing to change my life, something to change my life, things like this, for me to change. I didn't see no light the way I was headed. The way I was living, I wasn't living in the righteous path.
Well, you're hearing from Ezekiel Kelly. We learned today that he will die in prison instead of death row. A plea deal spared his life after he killed 3 people in a shooting spree streamed on social media. Thank you for joining us for Action News 5 at midday. I'm Ariana Poindexter.
And I'm Jerry Askin. Let's get right to Action News 5. Sydney Gray, who was in the courtroom as the sentence was handed down. And Sydney, how was the tone inside the courtroom? Good morning.
Well, Jerry, Ariana, it was an emotional tone inside that courtroom. Lots of emotion from the attorneys, Ezekiel Kelly's attorneys, the district attorneys who have been working this case from the very beginning. In fact, I heard from DA Steve Mulroy and Ezekiel Kelly's attorney, Michael Scholl, just moments after the sentence was handed down to Ezekiel Kelly. And both of them were really glad that this case has finally come to an end. And so, as I mentioned, Mulroy told us that today achieved 2 things. He said that it achieved certainty and finality that Ezekiel Kelly will never see the light of day. And so it was emotional, as I mentioned, inside that courtroom, as we heard from a number of folks as the sentence was read. We did hear a victim impact statement. That victim impact statement, it came from Aubrey Miller. Now, he is the brother-in-law of one of the victims, Richard Clark, and he spoke directly to Ezekiel Kelly. And it was, as I mentioned, a very direct conversation with Ezekiel. Now, Aubrey Miller told us that he was a probation officer for over 40 years. And when he was speaking to Ezekiel Kelly, you know, he said that he was hurt. He didn't have a chance to get to him before he lost his way. In court, Mr. Miller, again, speaking to Kelly, said that, you know, he said that he told Mr. Kelly the only way that he could find himself was through God. And at that point, Kelly became visibly emotional and even showed remorse. Okay, let's break down that sentence at this point. So Kelly will serve 3 consecutive life sentences without the chance of parole on those first-degree murder charges. On the additional charge, which will include several weapon and robbery and terrorism charges, he's going to serve a total of 221 years, some of which will run concurrently and consecutively. And as a reminder, because he did take that guilty plea, he cannot appeal the sentence. Now, in a rare moment today, we did hear from Kelly himself. He took the stand so he could address the family of the victims today. He spoke tearfully, hoping for forgiveness from victims, also saying he believes that God is giving him another chance.
So, and I also do give